A 19-year-old girl was found dead in the freezer. The hotel is affiliated with the police department. The hotel bio research place is affiliated. The crematory place is affiliated. Everything that about that hotel is affiliated with that police department in Rosemont. They have the same address. 2 live videos that was posted by those 2 people that's affiliated in gangs, posted live videos in details about what happened to Kanika, what was going to happen to Kanika. All that's facts to the case. Everything else is the images, is made up, said, and everything. Y'all people have to understand. Y'all got to figure out what's true and what's fake. And even the fake shit, I keep telling y'all over and over, the fake stuff also is telling us the real deal. What happened to Kanika? What was going to happen?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Edward Joseph, and let's talk live. An invitation to Tereasa Martin. All right, let's talk. Well, today, peoples, has been such an interesting day. I am here. I am back. I am going to talk about some things, peoples. Peoples, an invitation to Tereasa Martin. You guys come on in. You guys come on in. You guys come on in, for there's so much to talk about, peoples. You guys come on in. Peoples, I am here and I am back live, and I am going to extend a personal invitation to Tereasa Martin to come talk with Edward Joseph on Edward Joseph Let's Talk Live. I'm doing it live, and I am going to do it publicly so everybody can see exactly what's going on. Because one of 2 things, either Tereasa Martin is going to accept my invitation or she's going to deny it. Either way, it's going to be up on her post. Either way. And so if Tereasa Martin accepts my invitation, I want Tereasa Martin to come and feel free to share whatever she has to say about the case of Kanika Jenkins. I want her to feel free to share, because, see, if anybody who's a big advocate of Kanika, Edward Joseph is. And anybody who's been watching me forever and a day knows that I am an advocate for Kanika Jenkins. Now, if she denies it, well, then we already know that, she may be full of shit. Because either way, the invitation is going to be extended. And either way, I'm going to get a response from her, whether she deletes my post, whether she accepts my post, whether she comes to my live, or whether she don't come to my live. Either way, I'm going to get a response. And either way, it's going to be the telltale sign as to whether or not she is really serious about getting justice for her daughter. Because as she stated, she wanted justice for her daughter, right? And I have been an advocate for finding out justice for Kanika. Now, I don't care what all of these other YouTubers say or do in things, because that's no here or there. Now, I got history. When I first talked about the Kanika Jenkins case, I was on Facebook and I protected TM for 3 years. So I got history. So it shouldn't be no reason why her to deny coming to talk to me, because I'm not like all of these other YouTubers and things. Now, I had some choice words about her and whatnot and so on and so forth, but that's no here or there, because at the end of the day, I've been talked about as well as she has been talked about. She's got thick skin as well as I got thick skin. She calls herself a Christian, but I am a minister. So now she wants to go the holy route. We can go the holy route, and I can teach her about the Bible, and I can teach her about what God says in his word. And then we can take it from there if you want to go that route. But if you don't want to go that route, then, we can take it another way. But either way, I want her to come to my live and come talk to me about the Kanika Jenkins case. Now, if she doesn't, well, then I'm already knowing what the play is. And then it's going to be, all bad. Let's just put it that way. You know, there'd be no reason for her to deny my request. Because if she denies it, then that's fine. Then I got you right where I need you to be, because then I know that you're not serious about getting justice for your daughter. Again, I'm not like all of these other YouTubers. I'm Edward Joseph. And I know you've been watching my live. I know you have for all of these many years. And if anybody's going to be a very good advocate for Kanika and finding out about what happened to Kanika, we can partner together. Because you got information, I got information, and you know I got information because you've been watching my lives. But either way, peoples, it's either I'm going to call Tereasa Martin's bluff, or I'm going to be the greatest advocate for her in finding out justice for Kanika, because she can use my platform to explain and express why she said the things that she said in this case and why she did what she did in this case. I'm not here to try to bash the woman. I just want answers. I'm not Jedediah. I'm not Casey Cloy, Overa Sanchez Mendina. I'm not all of these Trey Gang. I'm not all of these other YouTubers who's trying to seek claim and clout in things. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to Kanika. Now she made the post and she said that she wanted justice for Kanika. Well, then this is your opportunity, ma'am. This is your opportunity. So, and the reason why I went live, because I want the public to see what I am doing. I'm going to be making the post for the very first time on Tereasa Martin's page. And so her and her following will be able to have a chance to see who I am and what I have to say. And just depending upon how she comes is going to be dependent upon how I react to her. Now, we can do it one of two ways. We can do it, hey, okay, yeah. I want to come talk to you, Edward Joseph. I want to come explain to the people what my stance is. Or she can do me like Jedediah and say, fuck off and things like that. But if that be the case, well, then, hey, then all things is off. And then I will be a beast. And you thought that Jedediah was something. You ain't seen nothing yet. But I don't want to come off like that. I just wanted to put that out there to let you all know and let Tereasa Martin know. I mean business. I'm not here for the fuck shit. I'm not here for the games. I'm not here for clout. I'm not here for all of that. And this is that and the other. I'm here to figure out and find out what happened to Kanika. And I'm giving her an opportunity to come speak on my page to talk to the people. Because anybody who knows Edward Joseph knows that I have been a major advocate about Kanika. I didn't give in to the conspiracy theories and the fuck shit and this and that and the other. I just wanted Tereasa Martin to tell us in her own words what happened to Kanika. Period. Point blank. And so people, so I got to get up in the morning. I got to get up within the next hour. So I came live because I wanted to come and show the people, what I am planning on doing. I've never posted up on Tereasa Martin page. So if she blocks me, I know she got my message. And if she blocks me, well, then, that's good too, because then I'm already know what she's on. But if she's accepted, well, then, hey, come on, come have a conversation with me. And let's talk about what happened to your daughter. Because, see, I want Tereasa Martin to know that if she accepts my invitation, she's not the only one who I talked to within her inner circle about the Kanika Jenkins case. I've talked to her family. I want her to know that. I got postings and text messages from her family. So I just want her to know that. So it's not like I'm coming in blind. It's not like I'm coming in and I don't know what the F I'm talking about, because I do. And so we can play the game of show and tell. I can show you and I can tell you as well. And then that will bring validity to the various things that I have been saying. You see what I'm saying? So we can do it one of two ways, peoples. She can come, she can talk to me, or she can deny me, and then we're just taking another route. But either way, peoples, we're going to get we're going to get a grand understanding as to what happened to Kanika Jenkins. Is that all right, peoples? Hello, Nosy Bug. How are you, ma'am? It is a blessing to see you on tonight, and grand rising to you as well. So, peoples, let me go ahead and let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. And we're going to get into this on tonight, peoples. Let me share my screen. All right. So first and foremost, we're going to go to Facebook and we're going to call up Tereasa Martin. So there it is right there. Okay, so let's go and I'm going to send her a personal message. I'm going to send her a personal message. So there's the personal message right there. And you guys can see it clear as daylight. There it is right there. There's Tereasa Martin. She'll get it. And I'm going to say this. Hello, Miss MRS, or no, MS, Miss, because she's not married, Tereasa, Tereasa Martin. My name is Edward Joseph. And I have been talking about the Kanika Jenkins case for quite some time now. I understand you have made a post concerning Kanika, and you are seeking answers about what happened to your child. I have been doing the same. I am quite sure you have come across my page on YouTube at some point or another. If that is not the case, then here I am. I want to give you the opportunity to come and share with me and all others in this community what you believe happened to Kanika. what you believe happened to Kanika. This is a personal invite and will wait until I hear from you. I will leave a link to my YouTube channel so you can take a look at the various things I have been saying about this case. All right, there it is, peoples, right there. And I'm going to post all of this upon, oh my God. Okay, I hate this autocorrect thing stuff, so I'm not going to even trip off that, and I'm not changing nothing. This is what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to copy that. Well, before I copy it, let me go to my channel and let me go to YouTube and let me copy this last video that I did so she can come check me out if she hasn't already, but I'm sure she has. So let me go and send the invitation to my last live. Okay, there it is right there. Copy that. No, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to post that right here. And then I'm going to post that right down. Oh, okay. I thought that I didn't. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to post it up on, can I respond? Okay, this is my, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. So this is to my family by birth, but God, I love you all. See what's been going on. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to post it. But God, thank you for the blood of Jesus. Hallelujah, Jesus, Jesus, thank you. Okay. No, I'm going to post it up on this one so everybody can see. Okay. I'm going to do it like that. So now you guys can see that I'm posting it up on her channel. I'm going to give the little heart. All right, if I can do the heart. Okay, there we go. Get a little heart. Then I'm going to go back and go to Messenger. And let me go back to my channel and let me copy that. And I'm going to post the link to that up on her page. Now, as you guys can see, I'm posting it up on Tereasa Martin's Facebook page. I'm going to go to her YouTube channel and I'm going to post it on there. So there it is right there, peoples. As you can see, I have a digital copy so everybody can see that I've reached out to Tereasa Martin. Now I'm going to copy the same thing and I am going to post it up on her YouTube channel if I can. So now, if she deletes this, then I'm already knowing, what page that she's on. But if she accepts it, or if it's there, at least everybody and their mama will see what I had said. So there it is right there. As you can see, there's Tereasa Martin with Kanika in the background and stuff. And this is the very first time that I've ever posted upon Tereasa Martin's page. And so I'm going to go to her Instagram. I'm going to go to her TikTok and I'm going to go to her YouTube. So let me call up her YouTube channel right here, and I'm going to post the same thing. And so let's see. Let's go with the post. And let's see. You might think pockets. Okay. But God pierced into them. All right. So then I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond on this one since this is all about God. I'm going to respond upon this one. So I'm going to make a post. And let me respond on here. So I add my comment right there. And then let me post it. And then let me go back to my channel. And I'm going to copy the link. And then I'm going to go back to where is her YouTube page? Right here. And then I'm going to post my link right there. Bingo. Okay. So I got it on there. Now, let me go back to her Facebook page and let me go to her other channels. Now, she's got a Instagram and TikTok. So I'm going to call up the TikTok. So I have to do this separately. So let me copy that. Let me go to TikTok. And I'm going to post it up on TikTok. So she can't say that she didn't get the message. She got the message because, like I said, this is the very first time that I ever posted up on her channel. And so I'm going to post this up on here. So now I got to go back to the Facebook and got to copy that message again. Facebook. So one of these places, she's going to get my message. And then we'll see what she has to say. Okay. Post that message right there. And do it like that. All right. And then let me go to my channel and let me copy that. And then go back to TikTok and post my channel on there. Bingo. All right. So let me see. Yeah, that would take me. Good. Yep. That would take me straight to my channel. Okay, cool. So as you guys can see, I posted up on her TikTok. I posted up on her Facebook. I posted up on her YouTube. Now, let me go in. What other thing that she has? She has Instagram. I'm going to post it up on her Instagram. Copy the Instagram. Okay, profile isn't available, so she doesn't have her profile up on Instagram. So, but I oh, wait. I don't think I copied everything correctly. So let me go back here and repost that and see. Yep. Okay, so she doesn't have a posting up on Instagram based upon what she put down as to so, but that's okay. I don't need Instagram and all like that. I posted it up on her Facebook, her YouTube, and her TikTok. And then there it is, right there, peoples. And unfortunately, I can't do the whole screen, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this particular one, so then I'll know that this is the post that I made. And she commented about 58 minutes ago. So here, let me see if I can shrink down the screen. Maybe I can get everything. Okay, I can pretty much get everything that way, and you can still see it. Okay, so I'm gonna screenshot this so you guys can see that I did post, and like I say, it's live, so you guys clearly see for yourself that I posted up on Tereasa Martin's page. And so this is what it is right here. So this is my commentary. So now if it's gone, then I already know that she's got the message. and I'm just waiting for her to respond. So, like I say, if you're really ready to talk about Kanika, well, then come on, Mel, because I will be your best advocate to talk about Kanika. You want to know about Kanika? Well, then come on, let's talk. Let's politic. You'll have a grand opportunity to be able to express yourself to the masses, and why you said such in this particular case in things, you know. So now, if you're not hollow and you don't really give two fucks about what I said in things, well, then that's fine. That's good. I see that you're real, you know. But don't get mad at me because I said things about you. That's trivial. I have been an advocate about Kanika for the longest time. So if you really want to have a conversation and really want to reach the masses and let the people see what you had to say about your daughter and stuff, and wanted to have the people have a greater understanding, well, then you can use my platform and speak to the people. But if you don't, and if you delete this or you come in any type of negative way and stuff, well, then I'm just only going to match your energy. Okay, so then I got that copy, peoples. As you can see, um, I was on Teresa Martin's page. I sent her the information so she can see it for herself. She can choose whether she wants to reply to me or she wants to ignore me. But either way, the link to my channel is already right there. Either way, the link to my channel is already right there. And so the people from her inner circle can come look at my channel, and then they can be able to watch my lives and see what I had to say about the Kanika Jenkins case from my perspective. Now, before I end this live, peoples, let me go ahead and let me read what Teresa Martin had stated, peoples. This is what she said. This came from her post. Okay, there we go. It says, to whom this may concern, I still don't know what happened to my child's life. Clothes, shoes, cell phone, hair, and the list goes on. However, I have been promised lies as if this case is over. I was forced to never talk about my child again. As you can see, over the years, I wasn't near as vocal as I am today. So after this post, I might be back in court. But I will be getting sued because I was tricked by they will get me answers. Give me her clothes and her cell phone and anything that belongs to her when she died that was on her body. That was a lie once they finished investigation, allegedly, people I trusted. They told me that somehow Kanika got out of the back door. I never heard how, which door could get out, but they never told me how or where. Allegedly, they never told the media. That's why I know the media will lie allegedly. So I can't invite any of you to go. I was in pain going through my cancer battles. They forced us, had us in rooms for hours, and would not let us go until we said what they wanted us to say. They made us accept what they wanted to give us. I literally what they wanted to give us. I'm literally living without my child, and I'm rising above, staying strong and holding on to hope even without you. P.S. I was made to do a recorded I was made to do a video hours after we were held during one of my child's birthdays. At the same time, I was sitting in a meeting about another child who wasn't even living. I had nothing to give my baby that day, but I knew a surprise was waiting once we left that meeting. Before the rain came hard, I stayed quiet long enough, but at this point, I'm simply speaking my truth respectfully, clearly, and without naming anyone. Now, let's make America great and try to tell someone with honor they just told me to go live my life. Peace be still. All right, Teresa Martin. So now, ma'am, I've sat here and I have read exactly what you said. I get it. You said that you were coerced into saying that what they wanted you to say about Kanika, and so which tells me everything that I needed to know, because I got all of the recordings of what Casey Cloyd Overa Sanchez Medina has said in this particular case. And it doesn't surprise me that Crown Plaza would have threatened you in any way, shape, form, or another. It doesn't surprise me at all. But see, the thing is that now you have an opportunity to come to a person who is a major advocate for Kanika Jenkins and to share your piece. I'm not against you, ma'am. I'm not against you. I have my thoughts and views about you because in my eyes, the things that you said and things that you've done just doesn't sit well with me. But from what you have explained, now I can understand your side and I can understand why you came as such. And so I got a few questions. And the few questions is, why did you make the live and say nothing happened to my daughter? Did you meet with the establishment before you made that live and said nothing happened to my daughter? I understand that there's heavy hands and things. I understand that they gave you money for Kanika's body and things. But see, all of that is irrelevant because the bottom line is I need you to come and to you to express with your own mouth that of what you couldn't. Now, since you are on this plateau now and you want to share everything about what you feel happened to Kanika, come on, I will be your best advocate. I don't give two fucks about Jedediah. I don't give two fucks about Andrew Holmes. I don't give two fucks about Trey Gay. I don't give two fucks about Casey Cloyd, Overa Sanchez Medina, Mike Larry, 54 Keys, Zillionaire, and all of the people who you can't stand. Because, see, you are the one who called them out. But you never called out my name for whatever reason. And I know you've been watching my page because your family been told me that you watch my page. You watch me all the time. And see, you say that you are a child of God. But see, I am a minister. I am a child of God. And I know God for myself. And I know his word. And so if you are who you say you are, well, then we can bond together, ma'am. And we can get your voice out there to the masses. I don't care what AK-47 and all of these other people who you had issues with. You don't have an issue with Edward Joseph. And I don't have an issue with you. You've been liked on, you've been talked about. I have as well. I said things about you as well as you said things about other people. So let's set that aside. Because if what you had said in this post is real and true, I want to speak to you. And already your people is coming to my post and making all of these posts. And so let me read you what Natasha Howard had said. I don't know who the fuck she is, and I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care about the people and what they say because I'm already had expected all of this to happen. But see, the thing is, I got a thick skin. And none of these suckers can ever say or do anything to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, Tereasa Martin, the thing is, I don't do personal attacks unless you come after me first. And then game is on, and then it's free game. And I can bring any person down, but it ain't no reason to go with personal attacks when my only goal and objective is to get a greater understanding as to what happened to Kanika. So I'm on the same page as you. Now, I know you don't need my help. You don't need my help. You don't need to talk to me. You don't need to say nothing. You don't even have to acknowledge me. But at the end of the day, I'm coming to you. And I'm saying, as a Christian, as a man of God, as a parent, as a concerned citizen, as a father who has a daughter, I understand the pain. I understand the hurt. I understand all that is going on. And if you ever take the time to watch my lives, then you'll understand my advocacy. You understand my stance. You understand the various things that I have been saying for years. Now, maybe you agree and maybe you disagree, but whether you agree or disagree is nor here or there. The thing is, I want to speak to you so you can be able to speak to the masses and get your point of view out there. Man to woman, Christian to Christian, as you proclaim yourself to be. And if you are, ma'am, well, then God will set it upon your heart to have a conversation with Edward Joseph. Because there is never, ever, ever going to be anyone else out there that is going to have your back as I do. Now, I prayed that this time is come and it's here. I got the lives to prove everything that I had said. And I told my peoples, I said, justice is coming. I told them, I said, wait a little while longer because God is going to be the one who's going to move in my behalf, and he is going to make it so to where that these things that happened to Kanika will be revealed. Now, go back and watch the Facebook page because I got it all on Facebook. I got it all on YouTube. Go back to the very beginning because I protected you for 3 years, man. 3 years. 3 years, I wouldn't allow nobody to say nothing negative on my channel about you. That's how much I cared enough about your feelings about Kanika. And so now, here we are. And God is answering my prayers. And you know as well as I do, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man, it availeth much. You know, we have not because we ask not. So I asked God, I prayed about it. And all of these many years, I waited until the Lord will speak, and he's speaking now. And he's speaking to your heart, man. Because see, now you're at the point to where you're ready to tell it all. And so I want you to tell it all. And whether you do it on my channel or whether you do it on your channel or whether you do it, period, I want you to do it. I want you to step out on your faith, and I want you to go ahead and share with the people your concerns. I don't know you personally, ma'am. I don't know how you feel, and I'm never going to try to sit here and try to say I understand your thoughts and views and your feelings because I don't. But as a Christian, as a man of God, I do know and understand the word. And I know that through prayer, God can change things. God can change people. God can change situations. And if you're one who's standing up on the profession of your faith, well, then I know that God will be standing in your behalf. No weapons, as you stated, is formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rise up against you, God will condemn. That is the heritage of his servants. You quoted the scripture that I've been quoting forever and a day. And no matter what all of the madness that the people said about Edward Joseph, I'm still here and I'm still talking about the case. And I prayed that this moment happened. And so for the very first time, I'm reaching out to you, Tereasa Martin. And so, ma'am, I'm going to wait patiently to hear from you. I'm going to monitor to see what you have said. Now, if you're really serious about what you say, get with me and let's do this thing together, me and you. And I'm not asking you to do no more than what you're willing to do. You know, whatever you're willing to share, that's all I want. Whatever you're willing to put out there, that's all I want. I will be your advocacy, ma'am. So the hell with what Jedediah has to say, because what my thing is simply this. If the nigga had all what he proclaimed that he had and stuff, well, then he should have did that shit a long time ago. Don't sit back right now and try to clout after all of these many years and try to threaten you with this, and this, because the nigga ain't got shit. He's stupid. So whether you used him or not, whether you abused him or not, whether he did whatever he did or not and was ineffective, well, then that's up on his ass, because his ass shouldn't have put himself out there in a manner to which he did. And so I don't give two fucks about Jedediah. It ain't about Jedediah. It's about Edward Joseph and Tereasa Martin. It ain't about Andrew Holmes. I don't give two fucks about Andrew Holmes. His time is coming. The Lord is about to rain on his parade. It ain't got nothing to do with Monifa, Shemaiah, Irene, Bree. It has everything to do with Edward Joseph and Tereasa Martin, ma'am. And so before you even come in judgment up against me, because maybe you heard some things about me, maybe you heard some things about me from other people or whatever and stuff, before you even judge me, ma'am, watch my lives. And look at the things that I have been saying, because I have been fighting in the behalf of Kenneka Jenkins for the longest time. So before you ever open up your mouth and say anything negative about Edward Joseph, I need you to come and watch my lives. I need you to go way back in the beginning on Facebook and watch the lives that I did and watch the lives that I had said about Kenneka Jenkins. Because I'm not with the conspiracy theories, ma'am. I don't give two fucks about whoever said or whatever said. And yes, I have my point of view, and I voice that. And so whether you take offense to that, I really don't give two fucks, because at the end of the day, you're a ghetto woman, but you say that you're a Christian. So you're tough. You got a thick skin. And you don't give a fuck what people say about you. So if you don't give a fuck what people say about you, well, then shit. You don't give a fuck of what I said about you. Because like I said, a lot of people talked about me, but I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about me. It is about Kenneka. And if you are about what you say you are about, ma'am, then get with me. And come and talk with me. And then let me get your voice out there to the people. And see, you know, they can't come to my live and try to vilify you. I won't allow that. Anytime anybody comes to my channel with any type of negative whatever and stuff, their ass is blocked, period. So you ain't got to worry about different ones coming in trying to say this and that and the other, because I've already made that crystal clear. Suckers come to my channel in egregious nature and stuff, their asses is immediately ejected from here. So you ain't got to worry about people coming in wanting to say this and that and the other and things. No. I just want to get your personal view about what you feel happened to your daughter. And here we are right now, because you say that you don't know what happened to Kanika. Well, I want to get your point of view as to what you feel happened to her. Because I feel that the establishment has done some things. And the establishment ain't going to say shit to Edward Joseph, because there's some things that I got that I can probably help you out with that you probably didn't know. And I got resources, man. I got resources. I got some special people who have some special talents. I know about this case, and I know a lot in the background, so I understand what you're saying. Because, see, they tried to silence me, but they couldn't. They couldn't. And that's why I'm still here. And so every person that they sent my way to try to shut my mouth, I'm still here and I'm still talking. So now, Tereasa Martin, if you're really real about what you say you are, and you say that you're a Christian, you say that you forgive and all like this, well, then it ain't no reason to be getting all mad when people talk about you. Because, see, let me tell you one thing, ma'am. You put yourself in that situation. Nobody did that. You did that. People are talking about you based upon what you said and what you did. And if you never did it, well, then they wouldn't be saying it. So it ain't no reason to get mad at people, because they're coming after you and they're talking about you. They're making posts, they're making lives, and this and that and the other. Ignore the shit, because that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. If you are really what you say that you are, then stand up on the profession of your faith and know that God is going to give you exactly what you need. Now, ain't no other YouTuber ever came to you like that. And I don't give two fucks what the people say. I got this lady in my chat now. She's all time. She's just going off. This is what she said. She said she don't know anything. There was a man, boy, smoking in that freezer after hour. They cut it off so they could be in there. She roamed, ended up down there, and was raped and beat up. So please shut the fuck up. Natasha Howard, I don't know who in the fuck you are, bitch. But let me tell your ass something. Tereasa Martin had said with her own lips, sucker, that there was an employee down there in the kitchen with Kanika for 2 hours. And so my question is simply this, bitch. How in the fuck would Tereasa Martin know that information unless she saw something? So you got to understand, before you ever come and try to address me, bitch, understand what you're talking about. Because like I said, I'm only going by what they said, and I'm only going by what Tereasa Martin said. So you can save that bullshit and madness, bitch. Because you, just like all of these other goddamn YouTubers, don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You have absolutely no clue, bitch. So shut the fuck up. And all of you suckers out there that all the time wants to chime out, your ass ain't never chimed out. Your ass ain't never came to my channel. So shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you. You have no clue as to what the fuck you're saying. You have no clue as to what the fuck is going on in this particular case. So save me the bullshit and madness. If your asses has ever did what Edward Joseph had did and pointed out all of the flaws and defects and all of the this and that and the other in this video madness of a narrative that they gave you, well, then come and talk to me. But if you never did that, then shut the fuck up. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's bitches like you that just give bitches a bad name. So you want your 2 seconds of fame? I gave it to you. Now, don't ever come to my live and don't ever text me again. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mel? See, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to give credence to all of these suckers out there who wants their 2 seconds of fame. This ain't got nothing to do with no other goddamn YouTuber, Facebooker, Twitter, Instagram, or you name it. It has everything to do with Edward Joseph and Tereasa Martin. Now, Tereasa Martin, you're a ghetto black woman. You know, you did what you did. You said that you were forced and stuff. I want you to come and I want you to speak your piece. I want you to come and I want you to speak to the people that of what you say. Because at the end of the day, Mel, whether you respond or whether you don't, I'm still going to say what I need to say about this case until I can get a little bit more clarity. And what better way than to come to the young lady who said that she had conceived Kanika out of her pee. And you know what the pee means. The vaja, the kitty cat, the cupcake. So if you really birth Kanika, like you say, well, then it wouldn't be no problem in you expressing the various things that you need to express, Mel. Because we're on the same page. My advocacy is to understand and know what happened to Kanika. And I'm not going to stop and I'm not going to rest until I get those answers. Now, God has you exactly where he wants you because he's putting it in your spirit. And see, the one thing that you cannot fight, Mel, you cannot fight a praying man. You cannot fight. You cannot fight the power of God. And if you are what you say you are, and you're a Christian, and you really want to try to get this out there, well, then come on and talk with me, and let's do this together. But if not, I'm still going to say what I have to say, and I'm still going to post whatever you post. And thus far, ma'am, you have validated a lot of what I have been saying about this case. So tell Lenore, stop giving the finger. You ain't got to put a twisty finger up and saying, well, I hope this, I hope that. You ain't got to worry about YouTubers and Facebookers and things like that. So don't even entertain the madness and start getting upset because you wasted energy dealing with all of and addressing all of this deranged madness. If you really say that you are about Kanika, then be about it, ma'am, and go ahead and speak your truth. Whether you come onto my panel or not, I'm sitting back and I'm watching to see what you have to say. Because see, now you opened up Pandora's box. And now I'm going to be on your ass big time. I'm going to ride it, baby. I'm going to ride that big juicy ass of yours. I'm going to ride it until the sun sets. But not in a negative way. I'm going to be here to help you get the message out. Now, you say that you wanted Kanika's cell phone and clothes and keys and all of this, that, and the other. Well, then, come on. We can do this, baby girl. We can do this. I got friends in high places. I got friends in high places, Mel. I know some people who can get some shit done. So if you're really serious about what you say, come with me. And if you're really a Christian, as you say, well, then let's pray together. Let's work together. And let's sit on bended knees and understand that everything works for the good to those who love the Lord and are the called according to his purpose. Now, you're a Christian. I'm a minister. Let's put our faith together and come to find out what happened to Kanika. Is that all right, ma'am? That is my plea to you. I will be sitting back. I will be watching. I will be waiting. And I'll be waiting patiently to hear your response, whichever way that it comes. Is that all right, ma'am? All right. So, peoples, that's it. That's all that I have. I have the plea out to Tereasa Martin. As you can see, I reached out to her on all of the different platforms that she had and things and stuff. And I'm not going to let this rest until we get some answers. Now it's up to Tereasa Martin whether or not that she's real and whether or not that she wants to get this out there to try to get some answers to what happened to her daughter. Because as I stated, I don't believe all of this bullshit and madness. I don't believe the bullshit of what the establishment had put out. And everything that you said, Tereasa Martin, is confirmed by Casey Chloe Olvera Sanchez Medina. And for the record, I'm gonna take a little snippet from what you say. And for the book and for the record, you said ain't nothing happened to her. She was left at the party. Well, this is what Casey Chloe Olvera Sanchez Medina had said.
She said she grew up 3 minutes from Rosemont. God damn, they got me fucked up. She told me how she died, or that she doesn't know the who or the why, but the hotel fucked up. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, the hotel moved her," and I kept saying, "Why? Why would they do that? That would be fucking up so big time." They fucked up big time. They found her, they freaked out, and they moved her and they threw her in the freezer to try to make it look like an accident. And I got this information in exchange that I'll do the fucking interview with them. So you can't say nothing yet.
And so, Tereasa Martin, you heard what Casey Chloe Olvera Sanchez Medina had said. And so, just in case that you didn't know, she said the hotel fucked her up. That's what she said. So when Casey Chloe Olvera Sanchez Medina comes with all of this bullshit and madness, because she's got all of the videos and all of this and that and the other, just remember what she said. She said that the hotel fucked up Kanika. That's what she said. I played you what she said. So if you're ever wondering about what happened to Kanika, according to Casey Chloe Olvera Sanchez Medina, she said that the hotel fucked her up. And they found her and they threw her in the freezer. You had even asked, you didn't even know that there was a back door, and how could Kanika get back to the back door? Well, let me answer that question for you, ma'am. Let me go here, ma'am. Was Kanika Jenkins found in the rear dock area, or was she found in the freezer? Because I heard that she wasn't found in the freezer, but she was found somewhere else. Is that to be true, peoples? Chat?
That's what they said from the beginning.
Tiff, what did they say?
She was found in the rear dock. At the rear dot.
In the what?
That's what they said. I said that's what they said from the beginning.
In the beginning. In the beginning, people.
From the beginning.
This is what they said in the beginning.
And then they changed it to the freezer.
Come on. So we got reference of Kanika Jenkins being in the dock area, being found in the dock area, and not in the what? The freezer. Because Tiffany said that's what they said, what? In the beginning. What did they do? They changed it, right? So when they changed it, then what did the people do? They latched on to that narrative and they ran with it. But people, what did I say? I said we are truth fact finders, right? So if that's what they said in the beginning, and we have the person on the mic saying, I am in the dock area, what is that telling you?
That they not in the freezer.
Is that they
didn't find her in the freezer.
Found her where? In the dock area. Was Kanika Jenkins found in the rear dock area, or was she found in the freezer? Because I heard that she wasn't found in the freezer, but she was found somewhere else. Is that to be true, people? Chat.
That's what they said from the beginning.
Come on, Tiff, what did they say?
She was found in the rear dot. In the rear dot. At the rear dot.
In the what?
That's what they said. I said that's what they said from the beginning.
In the beginning. In the beginning, people.
From the beginning.
This is what they said in the beginning.
And then they changed it to the freezer.
Come on. So we got reference of Kanika Jenkins being in the dock area, being found in the dock area, and not in the what? The freezer. Because Tiffany said that's what they said, what? In the beginning. What did they do? They changed it, right? So when they changed it, then what did the people do? They latched on to that narrative and they ran with it. But people, what did I say? I said we are truth fact finders, right? So if that's what they said in the beginning, and we have the person on the mic saying, I am in the dock area, what is that telling you?
That they not in the freezer.
Is that they
didn't find her in the freezer.
Found her where? In the dock area. And so Tereasa Martin, ma'am, they didn't find her in the freezer. They found her in the rear, in the dock area. That's what they said in the beginning. And just like what you mentioned in your post, you said you didn't know nothing about Kanika being out in the back door. The back door is in the rear by the dock area. You said you didn't know that. Well, that has already been foretold for some time, ma'am. I'm surprised that you didn't know it. You know, I'm very surprised. But for what you said in your post literally validates what I have been saying forever and a day, that Kanika Jenkins was found in the rear by the dock area. And then they changed it to the freezer. So basically, you have literally just reiterated and pointed out what I have been saying. You just confirmed what I have been saying forever and a day. And then Casey Chloe Overa Sanchez Medina has confirmed what I have been saying. Because Casey Chloe Overa Sanchez Medina had said that the hotel fucked her up. So, there you have it, ma'am. You have literally confirmed a lot of things that I have been saying in and about this particular case. Now, again, before you go and start ranting and raving and start talking about me and this and that and the other, first and foremost, you don't know me. I don't know you. I don't give two fucks what I said about you. I don't give two fucks what you said about all of the other people and things. We can set all of that personal madness aside, because where we connect and where we agree is that we want to find information about what happened to Kanika. That's just the bottom line. That's just where I am. You know, that's just where I am. When you accepted the money, you accepted the notion and the responsibility that, and what you basically said is that Kanika did this to herself. But as you said, you were coerced into doing such. You couldn't speak. You wanted help. Well, I'm here to help, man. I'm not Jedediah. I'm not Andrew Holmes. I'm not Casey Cloy O'Vera Sanchez Medina. I'm not Trey Gay. I'm not 54 Keys. I'm not Zillionaire. I'm not Bossman or Harold Lossman or John Core Q. I'm not Custom Design or T Slay. I'm not Mike Larry, and I'm not Zillionaire. I am Edward Joseph. And if you're really serious about getting down to the bottom of what really happened to Kanika, well, then you need to get with me. But if you're not, well, then I'm going to treat you just like all of the others, because then I would know that you're not serious about getting down to understanding and getting justice for Kanika. Because see, the thing is, if you deny my help, I'm already knowing that you're full of bullshit and nonsense. And then I will be on you like white on rice and stuff, because, and it won't be nice, because then it will show me that you're not real. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you, Tereasa Martin, is, and I know that you're a black ghetto woman and you understand clearly. And I don't give a fuck what Lenore say and all of the others, because I'm sure that every goddamn people in your family got some choice words about me when it comes down to Kanika. I don't give two rats' asses. Those suckers can kiss my beloved black ass. Just like you got a big ground round. I don't have a big ground round, but I got a nice ass for a man. You know, I got a nice ass, man. And your family can kiss it if they got anything negative to say about me. Because, again, it ain't about me. It's about Kanika. I want to make that clear to all of the suckers out there that is going to be watching this live, that's going to be chiming out in things. And this is especially for you, Tereasa Martin. Let go of the fuck shit. Don't get tied up, wrapped up, and tangled up into all of this mess and madness. Now, I've been seeing some of your posts and stuff, and you've been talking about God and but God and this and that and the other. Ma'am, it is time to put your faith into actions. If you really are who you say that you are, and you truly a child of God, you don't give two fucks about what the people say. You stand on the very foundation of your faith. And let that take you and propel you into getting answers that you desire. Now, that's where we bond, because my desire is to find out exactly what happened to Kanika and find out why they haven't given you her cell phone, her shoes, her keys, her driver's license, her ID, her money, her hair, her wig, her pants. Why they haven't given you none of that stuff? I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised after all of these many years. Why they haven't given it to you? So, and I got some questions. I got some questions. I want to know. I want to know, because I understand everything that you said. I understand. One thing I want to know is simply this. When Jeffrey Feiger had spoken, Jeffrey Feiger said that wasn't Kanika Jenkins walking the halls of that establishment. I played back in the live that I referenced. I gave it to you so you can go back and watch it for yourself and understand where I'm coming from. Because it really doesn't matter what you say. I'm going by what your attorney had said at that particular time. He said that there is no identification whatsoever of Kanika ever walking the halls of that establishment in the beginning. And I understood what he said. But see, you turned around and said that that was your daughter. Well, I understand that Kanika Jenkins did walk the halls of that establishment, but I don't agree that she walked the halls of that establishment on the night. And I want you to clarify that for me, ma'am. I want you to clarify that for me. Oh, hold on for a moment, y'all. I don't believe Kanika Jenkins walked the halls of that establishment on the night. I don't believe that. And you can bring some clarity to that. Because I'm only going by what your own attorney had said. And what I want to know is, in the family statement, you all stated that Kanika Jenkins was missing more than 36 hours after you made the missing persons report. So I want to know exactly, when did Kanika walk the halls of that establishment? Because when I say that she never walked the halls of that establishment, what I'm basically telling you, and I'm telling you, Kanika Jenkins never walked the halls of that establishment on the night. You know that as well as I do. Because your attorney said it. He said it. And I ain't mistaking the bacon. And I ain't thinking of anything. I ain't conjuring up anything. It's what your attorney had said to the people, ma'am. And I want some clarity from that, because I don't believe that Kanika was there at that establishment on the night. You can bring some clarity to that. You know, because that ticket that was in the car was dated on the 6th. And it's my notion that Kanika was there at that establishment on the 6th. You can bring some clarity to that. I don't believe this bullshit and this madness of what these people and these kids and stuff and all of these people put out there, that all of this shit happened on the night. I don't believe that at all. So you can bring some clarity to that. Because you know as well as I do, ma'am, if Kanika came to the establishment at 1:13 in the morning of the night, how in the fuck did she walk some halls of an establishment, be caught on the 11th floor, as you said that the lady had told you that she was on the 11th floor? Because you said, and I played the back in the live, you said that the lady came to you and told you that she saw your daughter on the 11th floor with a couple of guys and a couple of girls. How in the fuck could that be? And she be in Irene's live and TY's live, and then go walk some halls of an establishment? That shit doesn't make no sense. The timeline doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. How in the fuck could Kanika be on the 11th floor, but yet she was supposed to be on the 9th floor? And yet she was supposed to be walking outside of the room, according to what your attorney said. I'm only going by what he said because that's what he said. He said, because you know as well as I do, they have cameras that clearly show the people getting on and off the elevator. He said it. And it's in the case files that there are cameras on each floor that shows the people getting on and off the elevator. Your attorney had said it, and it's in the case files. And I know it's right because he said it. There ain't no reason for your attorney to sit up here and lie. And so your attorney has said that Kanika Jenkins walked out of the room on her own accord. She wasn't accompanied by Monifa and Shemaiah. You know that's a lie, as well as I know that's a lie, because you even question it yourself. But the one thing that is eating me alive, Teresa Martin, is simply how in the fuck could Kanika be on the 11th floor with a group of guys and a group of girls, and then later on end up walking some halls in that establishment? You know as well as I do, ma'am, that is bullshit and is bogus. And only you can speak to that. You can bring clarity and validity out of stupidity, because just like you said, they forced your hand and they forced you to sign all of this stuff, and they forced you to turn over your daughter, and they forced you to say what you had said and things and stuff. Well, it's time for me to force their hand, because if I need to, I will go a step further and I will reveal everything that I got in this case. And some can be detrimental to you, but it'd be very detrimental to the establishment as well. And it's not a threat. It's not a threat. I'm just calling you out to see if you really are who you say you are, and you're about what you say you're about. Because see, the one thing about me, Mel, and this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to fucking piss me off. You don't want to fucking cross me, because I can be a terrible, terrible person. I'm into finding out the justice for Kanika. Not in for the bullshit, not in for the conspiracies, not in for the madness and stuff. I just want some answers. And you can provide some answers. And so, again, I want to know how in the fuck could Kanika be on the 11th floor with a group of guys and a group of girls, and then walk herself in some halls of that establishment. And then I want Lenore to clarify what the fuck she said into the case files when she said that, and let me go back to this, and then I've got to get out of here because I got to get up. I didn't mean to go this long, but I'm here. So since I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and finish up what I have to say, Tereasa Martin. And this right here is what I have to address with Lenore. And tell Lenore she don't need to get no attitude with me, because, you know, I'm on you guys' side. I'm an advocate for Kanika, but I'm not up for the bullshit. And this is what Lenore had said. It says the complainant states that the last time she had contact with the victim was via text message at approximately 01:30 hours on September the 9th. And no contact has been made with the victim since. Then the complainant, which is Lenore, your daughter, states that the friends came back to the complainant's house, came back to your house at 4 o'clock in the morning with your vehicle. And the friends was not at the scene of this report. So at 4 o'clock, Tereasa Martin, Lenore stated that Monifa, Shemaiah, and Bree came back with your car at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, how could that be, ma'am? When on the video surveillance video footage, we see the kids still at the establishment at the 4 o'clock hour. So what the fuck was Lenore saying? Or was that bogus and a lie? So did they have Lenore lie, or did the people conjure this up? Did Lenore really give the statement, or did the people conjure this up? And then it further states, Tereasa Martin, right here, it clearly says that the complainant, which is your daughter, further said that according to the friends, Monifa, Shemaiah, Bree, and Irene, as they were leaving the party at the Crown Plaza room 926, the victim realized that she had left her keys and cell phone in the room. The victim then stood by the elevator of the ninth floor as her two friends went back to the room to retrieve the victim's belongings. See, this is what Lenore said. So if this is what Lenore said, well then, goddammit, Lenore knew what happened to Kanika. She knew, because if this is what Lenora said, well then, goddammit, you knew. Because your daughter knew what the fuck happened to Kanika when she left out that room. And I don't believe the narrative, just like you don't believe the narrative, because you question that shit. When the friends came back to you and said that she was left in the lobby, you remember that. You remember your statement. I can go back and play everything that you said. You remember your statement. Your statement was that the kids had gave you several statements. But this is what Lenora had said according to the case files. And Lenora said that according to the friends, as they were leaving the party at the Crown Plaza, 9:26, Kanika realized that she left her keys and cell phone. Well, goddammit, why in the fuck would Kanika be leaving her keys and cell phone? Why didn't Kanika have her keys and cell phone? See, that's the problem that I have, Tereasa Martin. And that's the problem that I've always had in this case. Why in the fuck would Kanika leave her keys and cell phone? Well, I tell you, she didn't. She didn't leave the keys and cell phone, Tereasa Martin. Because Bree had the keys. Bree went out to the car to get some Red Bull. Bree had the car to go to the store to get some things. So that's where the keys were. Now, as far as Kanika's cell phone, well, according to Irene, she had her cell phone because she was playing music off Kanika's cell phone. So when Lenora, your daughter, had stated that the keys and cell phone was left in the room, that's bullshit. Because Bree had the keys and Irene had the cell phone. So if that be the case, then what the fuck is Lenore talking about? That Kanika left the keys and cell phone. Kanika didn't have the keys and cell phone. And then I'm going to leave it with this. The case files, Tereasa Martin says, when the victim's friends returned to the elevators, the victim, which is Kanika, was not at that location. It says attempts were made by the victim's friends to locate Kanika with negative results. It says Kanika was last seen wearing ripped blue jeans, in blue jacket, and blue jeans pants and gray Jordan shoes. That's the description that was given in the case files. Now, finally, Tereasa Martin, let's go back and let's go to what your attorney had said, ma'am, and then I'm closing out. This is what your attorney had said, Tereasa Martin. This is what Jeffrey Feiger had said, ma'am.
Who were involved in the tragic death of Kanika Jenkins on September the 9th, 2017. The facts and circumstances regarding Kanika's death are not entirely clear. That's primarily because there have been no adequate answers given for why or how Kanika was not identified or found wandering in the Crown Plaza Hotel on the early morning hours of September 9th.
Okay, so Tereasa Martin, there it is right there. Your own attorney had said that there is no identification or evidence whatsoever that clearly shows Kanika Jenkins wandered the halls of that establishment on the morning of September the 9th, 2017. That's what he said, your own attorney. So, save me the bullshit. I don't know what the fuck your daughter, Lenore, was saying, but that wasn't what the attorney, your attorney at the time said. He said that there is no evidence whatsoever, no identification whatsoever, no nothing that ever proved that Kanika Jenkins walked the halls of that establishment on September the 9th. That's what he said. I didn't say that. It is what he said. So, help me to make it make sense and help me to understand what the fuck Lenora was saying when she said that on September the 9th, 2017, that Kanika and friends had walked out the room and Kanika realized that she left her keys and cell phone on the morning of September the 9th, 2017. It is bullshit and it's bogus. So if we're going to start somewhere, Tereasa Martin, let's start right there. Let's figure out what the fuck was your daughter saying, Lenora Harris. Why did she say that when the attorney clearly stated that Kanika was not walking the halls of that establishment on the morning of September the 9th? That's what your own attorney stated. So I want to know, who's lying? Is your attorney lying or is Lenora lying? Well, if you want to ask me, I think Lenora is lying. Now, if you're going to endorse that madness, then I'm going to say that you're lying. You know good and well, Tereasa Martin, that Kanika Jenkins never walked the halls of that establishment on the morning of September the 9th, 2017. You know that as well as I do. It's bullshit and it's bogus. And I need you to come correct, Mel. Because your attorney will not come on national TV and say such if it wasn't such. All right, Mel. So get back with me, Tereasa Martin. I'll be waiting. I'll be back later on today to see if you responded, because I know you're probably watching the live right now. And your peoples is going to come and watch my live. So everybody is going to come and everybody's going to chime out. But I'm warning you right now, I'm not up for the bullshit and I'm not up for the nonsense. My only goal and objective is to find out what happened to Kanika Jenkins, aka Kanika Martin, as you have on your post. So whether it's Jenkins or whether it's Martin, my only goal and objective is to find out what happened to Kanika. Is that all right, Mel? Get back with me. Your brother in Christ, but God. So, peoples, I hope I had said something to encourage your hearts upon today, Tune in again later on to when Edward Joseph Let's Talk Live, Edward Joseph Kitchen, Edward Joseph Gospel Hour, Edward Joseph's Blessings Giveaway 2025 will come to you with something wonderful. I love you with the love of Christ, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peoples, mask up and be safe. And Tereasa Martin, ma'am, with your juicy black booty. And you know, I just like to rag. You from the ghetto streets and shit, so you understand when people call you bitch, hole, motherfucker, and all that shit. That shit shouldn't faze you one bit because you grew up around that shit. You are ghetto fabulous. But I respect you, Mel. I do. I respect you. And I can get down, I can talk your language. Either way. Whether it be Christ-like or whether it be ghetto-like. Either way, I can get down both ways. But at the end of the day, Mel, my admonishment to you is simply this. I'm not here for the games. I'm not here for the fuck shit. I'm not here for the fame. And it ain't definitely going to be no fortune. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm not asking for clout status. All I'm asking you to do is to help me get a greater understanding as to what happened to Kanika. That's all I'm asking, Mel. So, when your peoples want to come with all of the fuck shit, well, then just get prepared, because if they come to me the wrong way, I'm going to be on their shit big time. And I'm going to be on their shit big time like white on rice. I'm the wrong person to fuck with. And I don't give a fuck who you know, who they know, or what they think that they can do, or what you can think that you can do. We don't even kill when it comes down to that. Because, see, I'm a Christian, but I've also got ghetto friends. And I can get down nasty and dirty and be like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm a savage, raunchy, dirty, nasty. So don't fuck with me. God bless you all. Thank you for watching.
Nobody does it better. Sometimes I wish